everyone! Welcome back to my channel, and this is my first ever podcast session. Welcome back to Hill of Positivity with Ate B. I am so excited for my first podcast session. Hindi ko rin alam kung bakit. Pero we have an exciting topic, interesting topic na I know marami ang makaka-relate, relatable, and very timely since we all knew that we've been in this pandemic for a year now and there are a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments that we didn't know is going to happen, and one of those adjustments is having an online learning. So if I'm not mistaken, March, simula nung nag-lockdown or had a lockdown, and then syempre hindi naman agad dun makakapag-plan ang school, universities of what's going to happen. So I think later than May or April, I don't know the exact date, but it took a while to set up, to plan their online learning for the students, since it is a big adjustment not just for students but also for teachers. And now, since medyo nakakapag-adjust na, I want to know some perspective, personal perspective na ano ba talaga ang take sa online learning, how do they deal frustrations and stress during online learning, kasi alaman ko meron yan, and any advice na makukuha natin from this session, and also the life skill that I discover and the people that I invited with tonight on my session. So, let me introduce. First, let us all welcome Mr. Lou Austin Quenza. Say hello!
Hello, listeners and viewers. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? And then we have Miss Therese Anne-Marie Perez. Say hello.
Hello!
Kinakabahan.
True!
And last, but definitely not the least, the woman of the hour. The woman of the hour, Miss Gerald Ann Padilla.
Are we supposed to speak in English here? Because I can't. Joke. Hello!
Okay. Hi guys! Hello! I just wanna know, kumusta kayo? Kumusta?
Kinakaya pa naman.
Well, other words,
Yeah.
Kinakaya
how
pa.
are you?
Okay naman ako. Kakatapos lang ng mga bagay-bagay pero okay naman.
Ikaw, Jean, how are you?
Oo, okay lang. Kinakaya naman.
Fangirling.
Okay naman. Super okay.
We're going to talk about online learning. And you guys, kayo yung naisip ko because you have lots of thoughts. And since higher year kayo sa akin, 4th year na kayo, imagine, matatapos yung years nyo sa St. Bridget College with online learning. So, it's kind of interesting to talk about how do you deal with it, how do you handle stress and everything, and what is really your take, and what is really your realization or advice that you could share to our listeners. Okay, first question. What's your take regarding online learning? I mean, nung in-announce ng school that we're going to have online learning, first leg or the first wave of online learning, what's your take on that? So, let's have Austin.
Wait. Nung una, syempre sabi ko thank you kasi may laptop ako na parang ready and able to do online class. So, yun yung pinaka-na-realize ko na parang ganito pala yung online class. Talagang kailangan talaga ng tool. Pero in online class in general, shocking or stunning, ganon. Stunning na hindi yung wow na stunning, you're stunned or perplexed, ganon. Kasi parang sobrang iba ng lahat, lalo na sa nature ng aming professional education. Super iba.
Thanks. Really, it's one of the reason, or that was also my impression, na parang I ask myself, am I really ready for it? Kasi since nasanay ako na I want to be with friends, I want that support system, and it is really a big adjustment for me to listen virtually without seeing my teachers, my classmates, my friends. So it's really difficult. What about you, Gerald? What was your first impression, or what was your take on online learning?
Ako nung una, medyo nahirapan ako. Though, complete naman yung equipments ko for online class. Kasi, hindi ko kasi alam kung paano nag-work yung online class. Pero, super, ang dami palang kailangan gawin. Tapos, mas draining siya talaga kaysa sa face-to-face.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things din na mahirap is that limited lang yung nagiging movements. Alam mo yun? Parang you just have your fingers, pipindot lang ng keyboard, mouse, type. That's all. Parang yun yung sasakit bigla sa'yo. Parang yung mga nerves mo. Diba? So it's really parang nakulangan ka sa body movements. Diba? Parang it's hard. So, let's see. Therese, what's your take on online learning?
Online learning, parang totoo yung parang quotation na parang it can make or break you. Parang yun yung take ko sa online learning. Kasi parang these days, parang hindi mo kasi sure kung yung mga students just like me or kahit kami, kung talagang natututo ba sila or they're just for the sake na nakakapag-comply. So parang dahil sa online learning, hindi mo na, honestly speaking, hindi mo na maano yung authenticity and integrity ng students when it comes to online learning. Diba? Parang ang hirap din, like kunwari, nasa in your environment ka, diba? Parang hindi mo ma-juggle yung parang between ACADS and yung responsibilities mo as a, parang as a child, ganyan. Tapos yun sa bahay, diba? Parang yun yung isa sa struggle din because of online learning.
I think that's the common denominator to the four of us. If Jade is here, ganun din siguro yung sasabihin niya. And speaking of integrity, one thing din na mahirap talaga ngayong online class is to test the integrity even sa sarili mo. Kasi diba, the temptations are just there. I don't know why are we still here. I mean, that is also the question I wanted to ask, that we're ranting here, there, and everywhere. We're struggling, we're messy, we're not flexible sometimes, we're drained, we're unmotivated. But I don't know, how do you keep it up? Kasi ako personally, I don't even know. I don't know how I was able to turn in projects, homeworks, assignment. How was I able to answer major exams with being drained for a few weeks and not setting aside our mental health, diba? So, I think we're fighters. On that matter. Kasi, not everybody is strong to handle this, and I know some people who are still struggling with adjustments when regards to online learning, and there are frustrations and stress, and some people are venting it out to me. So the next question is, how do you handle frustration and stress in online learning? Kasi that's very present, that's highly present.
Ako, generally, I stop. Yung kung ano man yung ginagawa ko, then feeling ko hindi ko na nabibigay yung 100% ko dun sa ginagawa ko, I'll stop. Kasi naniniwala ako na stopping something doesn't equate to wasting your time. Kasi mas na-waste yung time mo kung hindi mo ibibigay yung 100% mo. Ako, kung ano man yung ginagawa ko, I'll stop and do other things na relevant sa buhay ko. Ang tip ko sa inyong lahat, it's okay to stop sometimes. Pero, hindi naman, ano lang yan, parang challenge lang yan. Pero, yun nga, you have to stop but you have to move forward eventually. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And it's not a mistake to take a break, to take a pause, kahit 1 week man lang yan, 3 days. But, you need to face the reality that kung gaano ka katagal nag-take ng break, bawiin mo siya kasi you have a lot of energy na eh. Kasi 'di ba, when you take a pause, you are recharging for the energy to do things, to accomplish the task. And it's not a good thing to escape from the things na nasa harapan mo na because that's the reality. Wala tayong magagawa. Eventually, you will realize na ay, nagawa ko pala to. When you have self-realization, your me time, yung makikita mo na parang walang nangyayari, parang ang bagal. But when you go back to that time, marirealize mo na, oh my gosh, nagawa ko ba talaga to? Parang, di ba? So, it's kind of rewarding to take a break, to take a pause, since you are dealing with something na uncertain because we do not know how long this online learning will be going, and it's really okay not to be okay. That's the quote. So it's really okay not to be okay. But eventually, you need to step up. Diba? So let's see if how Therese handle frustrations and stress.
One thing na natutunan ko from a friend, parang sabi kasi na or from my mom din pala, na parang don't be a burden parang sa ibang tao. Like, kasi for me, yung ranting and yung sinasabi mo yung mga problema mo about you, parang ganun. Parang, syempre yung makikinig doon, hindi mo alam, meron din siya na-experience sa personal problems niya. So, yung stress niya, nadadagdagan pa kasi nadadagdagan ko. So, parang I'm being a burden parang sa kanyang part. Kaya, as much as I want to, parang ini-eliminate ko yun. Like, yan nga, kaya low-key lang ako. Like, sige, stress kayo, ganyan ako. Kahit stress ako, hindi ko sinasabi. Para balance lang, ganyan.
That's good. That's good. I really understand where you're coming from. Like, you don't share a lot to your friends on how stressed you are. Kasi nga, they might absorb it. Diba? Kasi we have different personality, we have different ways on how to deal with frustration and stress. And in my case, you all knew that madali akong ma-stress. Online learning din kasi is like you're anticipating into something na parang hindi mangyayari. Parang you wanted a good result, pero there's this fear na parang hindi siya mangyayari, hindi magiging good result whatever percent you put up on that task. So it's kind of scary then. So that's why the way I handle it, it's really frustrating, and I'm sharing it to you guys. One thing is that I released it sa inyo. I receive comfort din kasi, and that's what keeps me going. Na I receive comfort from my friends kapag stressed na ako or frustrated na ako, and saka ako ulit magiging motivated. So I think that's how I handled frustrations and stress. So what about you, Jeanne? Fangirling ba releases the stress that you have during online learning?
Kasi ako, ako parang hindi ako nai-stress. Alam niyo yan, parang wala akong pakialam sa mga bagay-bagay. Kasi ako personally, kaya kong pagsabayan ang pag-aaral at ang pagpa-fangirl at saka yung iba kong pang mga hobbies. Tapos, feeling ko kasi pag wala akong sinusuportahan na tao or wala akong ginagawa na gusto ko, parang napaka-lifeless, parang ang lumbay ng buhay ko, ganon. Kaya, coping mechanism ko talaga is yung pagfa-fangirl ko. Tapos parang ang tawag dito, ang productive ko.
On your part, fangirling is one of your inspirations to release frustrations or stress. Kasi nga sa atin nga 5, ikaw yung parang hindi ka na stress. Like, kagulo na sa group chat, but you stay calm. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing of coping up with stress that you're dealing with. And I do hope that we have the time like yours na kaya pa namin mag-fangirling with something na talagang after class yun ang tititigan ko and all other stuff. So, congrats about that. So, another question is that since we only have limited movements here sa bahay natin, is there any life skill that you discover during online learning? Or not literally life skill, but is there something that you discover sa mga sarili ninyo na you didn't actually expect na you're like this and you're like that? So let's have Jean first.
Ako siguro, dati kasi sabi ko, ang hirap naman mag-multitask. Tapos nung nag-online learning, hindi lang multitask yung nagagawa ko. 3, 4, dahil ng pressure. Kasi kailangan mo talagang kailangan mong i-manage yung time mo dahil yung deadline, sabay-sabay, ang inang natutunan ko. Pagsabay-sabay ng lahat ng bagay. Pero, i-sure mo pa rin na tama yung ginagawa mo kahit sabay-sabay.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the one thing that we should practice often, yung pagiging multitaskers. But it's hard. It's really a process. Kasi you need to be flexible then and make sure that the result will be good or even great. So, there are a lot of factors and multitasking, it's really a good thing. And, well, I don't know how to multitask, but kasi nga, I'm too frantic about it. But I'm going my way up there.
Yeah. Siguro, excuse me, I'll share 2 skill na super na-realize ko or natutunan ko, quote-unquote, ngayong online ka. Siguro yung una na hindi ko talaga na-expect na, sorry to say this, hindi talaga effective ang groupings sa online class. Nagiging problem kasi ay yung limitations na nabibigay ng groupmates mo. Siyempre, as I said nga kanina, hindi naman lahat may laptop, hindi naman lahat may mabilis na internet, hindi naman lahat may magandang phone. Tapos yung ikalawa naman ay yung super time conscious. Kasi na-realize mo ngayon na iba ang dating ng deadline. Bumili po kayo ng weekly planner talaga. Ito siguro ang best buy ko ngayong online class. Titisis kami na talagang deadline by weekly may deadline. At help niya nung times na talagang dikdikan yung schedule. Kasi kita mo talaga na, okay, meron pa akong 3 days para gumawa ng RRL. Okay, 5 days naman para sa demo ko. Ganyan. Yeah.
That's interesting, actually. And first, dun muna tayo sa group activities. Maybe because I'm thinking, we have our personal grudges. We have other grudges rather than adjusting to this online learning. And maybe it's about how we handle those grudges and set it aside. Diba? So, it really do matter if we're going to set it aside first and then deal with this academic matters. But in our cases, we knew some people or even into ourselves that we don't know how to maintain, like, set this aside and then just focus on the academic first before I deal with my personal grudges. That's why we are experiencing burnout. I think it's more about balancing it out, like in a day. Well, of course, in my case, I'm not saying that you do this or you do that. It's just my personal opinion that maybe we should know how to balance things also for us to have that concrete plan of the task on hand, and even in a group ones. And one thing also is that it's kind of ironic because messaging, the social media platforms are just there, but it's so hard for us students to communicate with our other group mates. That weekly planner is a lifesaver. I'm telling you, that's a lifesaver because you're monitoring. You know how to where did you stop, when are you going to deal with the next task, how do you do your task. It's like from the easiest or the hardest first.
Ako, siguro, urgency yung aking main factor.
Siguro nga kapag yung urgency nga, it's a good thing din na doon tayo sa urgent para iwas cramming tayo, procrastination, and all other things behind those tasks. So, it's a good thing. What about you, Therese?
Sa akin naman, feel ko yung skill ay kaya ko naman palang hindi maligo. Yung kaya ko naman pala mag-edit. Like, hindi naman siya pro. Like, ano lang, amateur, parang beginning, parang beginner, ganyan. Kasi, before, asa ako sa mga alam kong marurunong na talaga. Syempre, mga pang world class, yun yung mga term kayo, mga pang world class edit, ganyan.
Yeah.
So, syempre, ikaw yung mag-i-improvise para matuto ka. So, yun, natututo ka din kung paano yung mga techniques. Tapos yun, nagiging madali na siya. Ganyan.
Sa akin naman, doon sa editing din, siguro natuto din ako mag-edit. Kasi nga, I'm the type of student na when I was in high school, just to sharing, when I was in high school, I'm not that creative when doing projects. That's why I hate projects. I hate putting colors on the paper, buying scrapbook crafts to make it more beautiful and enticing to the teacher. I'm not like that. For me, it's like the content, it's the thought, it's the message that you have on that task. But the colors around it, it's not that important. And one thing I've learned during online learning is to edit videos. But also through the help of my friend Austin here, special mention. Because I started my vlogging, diba? I started my vlogging April last year. And Austin offer a hand. Parang I realized din na sa una lang kasi siya mahirap. Things are just hard when in the first impression. I don't know, I do not remember the subject, pero we have subjects that our teachers required videos, back-to-back videos. And it's like, how am I gonna do it? I don't know how to edit videos, ganito, ganyan. Eh dahil ayoko makaabala, I don't want to be inconvenience to my friends. Sige, mag-edit na lang ako. I just do my best. Not that a pro in video editing, but at least it's my work, it's my effort, it's my grade, or it's my creativity na mailalagay dun sa grade. So, and I kinda enjoy it. And now, we're having this, I'm going to edit it. And it's kinda refreshing din kasi nga matagal din ako napatigil sa vlogging. So, it's kinda refreshment sa akin. And another skill is that, I was able to get out of my comfort zone through hosting. Yes. I had a flashback siguro a couple days ago when I had my first hosting Teacher's Day as a transferee in St. Bridget College because of Ma'am Andal. Ma'am Andal, thank
Is
you
it
so
with
much. With, if I'm not mistaken, it should be with Irvin, but it turns out to Adrian because Irvin was absent that day.
Yeah, our very first activity.
Yes, and I was like, I don't have friends by that time. I know I've witnessed those eyes na talagang ulo hanggang paan tingin sa akin, and the way the way I dress up, kasi sobrang taba ko pa naman noon, so kahit naman ngayon parang nothing's changed, but it's kinda scary because I don't know the people pa. Parang sinabak agad ako ni Ma'am Andal dun sa fact na mga teachers pa yung mga kaharap ko. I don't know how to mingle with them. I don't know how to ask questions to them. But, and then my co-host, parang first meet up namin that day was the first meet up. So, paano ba to? Lalaki pa. So, naman kinda shy that time. So, I can see the criticism through the eyes that some are laughing at me, some are, bumubulong. So, it's kinda scary. And then, online learning started. Naging comfortable lang ako sa hosting. No, kasama ko na si Austin nun. So, parang sabi ko, I'm going to host if si Austin ang kasama ko. Yun. And then, Austin taught me, not directly, but the way he accompanied me during hosting na parang be yourself, present yourself to them. So, there are a lot of hesitancies, but I was able to put it up because the teachers appreciates me. Parang yun kasi yung pinaka-importante sa akin. Hindi ko na pinapakaalaman yung tingin sa akin ng audience. But the teachers, kasi nakikinig din sila, parang na-attend sila ng mga activities, and their comments are so important to me on how I'm going to improve. And there is one teacher who keeps on telling me that I did great, I am great when it comes to hosting. It's a good thing na I can speak pala. Parang, yes, I can speak, I can literally speak, but I can present myself to them. So, parang naging training ground ko na siya na kapag humarap na ako sa inyo, parang dead man na, parang I still have my confidence in me, so dead man na yung mga sasabihin ng iba. Pero that's what Austin told me, indirectly told me about presenting myself, not just to hosting, and even dito sa podcast, vlogging, parang dead baka na sasabihin ng iba because it's you, just do you. So, that's the skill that I had discovered na hindi ko akalain. So, siguro nga, benta-benta sa akin mga hosting. And the skills that you've mentioned, they have fair share on my part din. And it only siguro, there's one thing na I wanted to add is that those skills also requires discipline. Diba? Since we've talked about already your take, your realizations, your impressions, your on how you handle things with including stress and the life skills that you've discovered, what could be your advice or any advice to those students that also dealing with online learning just like us?
Siguro yun lang, huwag ka masyado magpaka-stress, and find time para sa mga hobbies mo kasi
yeah, that's right. Kasi yun parang having a hobby or hobbies, parang siya happy intervention, parang nag-i-immersion ka pero in a happy way, para lang ma-divert yung attention mo sa mas masaya, and parang way mo din yun to recharge of a positive energy sa sarili mo. That's a good thing to have a hobby. When I was younger, bibo ako. Alam mo yung parang mayaya mo sa sobrang bibo, sobrang daldal. Pero as I grow older, parang wala na siya. Siguro I'm more onto serious stuff na din. So, it's a good thing to have a hobby. So, what about you, Therese?
So, advice, ito na naman tayo. So, sa akin, meron akong 4 advices. Wow! Prepared ka,
Ang dami naman. That's counselor.
Ako na kasi ang papalit sa guidance. Charot. Hindi, yung akin naman, ito yung based from my personal experience na din siguro. And I would like it to share to other people. Then, yung syempre viewers mo, ganyan. Yun, basta be prepared at all times. Then, next naman ay yung parang strengthen your mental disposition. Syempre, di ba, parang ang dami ngayon nakakaramdam ng stress. At saka yung parang yung mental health nila ay weak na. May iba, nagka-crumble na nga, ganun. And yung parang don't be harsh on yourself just because your efforts prepared to. Wow! Just because your efforts fell short. Yung parang nare-realize ko kasi yun, na parang may mga times, like last year, parang na-disappoint ako sa self ko, na parang bakit ganito lang yun ako akong score. Not because competitive ako, parang in-expect ko kasi dun sa effort na parang in-exert ko, parang for me, okay na siya. Parang worth the points na. Feel ko important din to celebrate your parang small achievements. Like, katulad niyan, nun yung for Austin, parang rewarding na yung marami kang ginagawa. Ganun din sa akin na parang kapag ang dami ko na-check, yung parang naka-cross out sa mga gagawin ko for the day. Parang, productive ko, ganyan. Pag every minute may ginagawa ko, tapos na-accomplish ko din. Parang, ang ano naman, parang ang productive ko.
Those are the things na nag-work out for you, di ba? Kasi we have different takes on naman sa how are we going to survive this online learning. So, what about you, Lu?
So, ito ay ginagawa ko personally na feeling ko applicable din sa mga modular din dyan out there and ngayong sa mga online class. I-treat nyo yung online class or yung module nyo as a day in school. I've learned this somewhere, yung tinatawag na time blocking. Ang benefit kasi nun, focused ka sa gagawin mong subject.
That's interesting. Oo. Siguro nga, maybe some of us really struggled with online learning is that they're looking it in a way na dahil nasa bahay sila. So they have so limited movements, limited things to do. Pero if you're going to convert it na parang nasa school ka, it's the same. Diba? Parang it's the same nga naman. Ngayon ko lang din siya na-realize. Thank you for that. Oo nga, no? Ngayon ko lang din siya na-realize na, nga, we're in school, but we're just having it online. The tricky lang there is that the time that we have, parang nababawasan yung time management. Kumbaga, kasi nga, when we're in school, we really struggle managing the time. Diba? Kahit na 8 hours tayo, we have free time. We're struggling with it. And then dito, sa bahay, mas tricky because the more na parang you're having a leisure time with online YouTube, browsing the social media, ang nagsasuffer naman the task na nag-iintay sa'yo. Yun lang. So, but the other things that you said, they're on point actually. Oo nga. Ngayon ko lang din siya na-realize. Siguro I'm too stuck up dahil nasa bahay. And, yes, I do review. Pero 90% of the learning ko sa school ko talaga siya nagmumula. Parang mas na-absorb ko siya pag nasa school because of the environment. Kasi I know na kapag nandun ako, alam kong may matututunan ako because I'm in school. Parang basic, I'm in school. Pero ngayon, parang 90% leisure time and then 10% learning. Parang gano'n na yung nangyayari eh. Siguro nga, if there is one advice, just like what I've said kanina, balance it out na lang. Yes, I know it's hard. Kahit tayo nahihirapan pa rin tayo, kahit gano'n tayo ka-flexible, multitasker, and everything. It's really difficult to balance it out. And all we have to do is try. Kasi at the end of the day, we only have ourselves. kapag mali yung nagawa, we only have ourselves to blame. And instead of blaming ourselves, just work it out to have a good result. And balance din siguro your emotions. Oh, I know it's hard because our mental health is just very present. Yung depression, yung anxiety, especially anxiety. Pero if we're going to stay na parang we're down and we're drained, we're exhausted, and all the extreme emotions that we experienced, there's no improvement. Yun yung nakikita ko na parang kapag we're too immersed of the fact that we're drained, we're burned out, we're frustrated, we're stressed, parang where's the improvement? Parang yun at yun na lang ang papasok sa utak natin, and yun na lang ang magiging mindset na lang natin is I need this to comply and to have a passing grade and not to aim higher. Parang gano'n na lang yung naging sitwasyon. Online learning taught us a lot of things talaga. Ang daming nabigay sa atin ng online learning na hindi natin akalain na we're going to experience, we're going to encounter, ganyan. We gain people, we lose some people, but what is the most important, guys, is that we still have ourselves. Alam mo yun, parang we still love ourselves, and laban lang. Kaya kayo yung kinuha kong guest sa podcast is that you have those positive energies kasi. You're bringing different positive energies to me. Those are the energies that I absorb during this online learning, and you are one of the reasons why I survived this online learning. I just hope, guys, na it is your last year and just savor the moment and enjoy. Seize the day, ika nga, carpe diem. And I know, guys, in the future, you're going to be licensed professional teacher, and you have a great future ahead of you, just what like I'm aiming for myself. And thank you, guys, for gracing my life, especially for bringing me positivity, for teaching me how to be positive, confident, and to love myself beyond my flaws and mistakes and failures. So thank you so much, guys. I wish you all the best, especially sa demo teaching, practicum. I do hope that you survive that. And thank you, listeners, for tonight. Life is tough, but just enjoy and stay strong, diba? So stay strong. And of course, don't forget to follow us on our social media. Don't worry, because I'll be posting their social media accounts on the description box. And to wrap it up, stay happy, stay positive, but not in COVID. Okay, so this has been yours truly, Ati B, together with Therese, Gerald, and Austin. Till my next entry. Bye!